So before I sit here and predict and break down one of the most slot-filled cards in human history, UFC Fight Night Mexico that being, which by the way, how is it still happening? I wanted to yap about the main Mexican of this card, Brandon Moreno. Why does he get so much hate? I've seen like multiple posts this week. This one being one of them. It only has 100 likes. I mean, not to shame the post or anything, but like I'm just saying, like I understand it doesn't have a crazy amount of likes. The next one I'm gonna show you does though. But I mean, I see tweets like people are way too confident in Brandon Moreno. It's like you got this guy who's like maturing, is realizing Figgy is the better fighter and the true winner of the quadrilogy with Moreno. It's just like, what the hell did this guy do? Like, what did this guy just buy all the Legos in the store and these people are upset? I don't understand. Like, Brandon Moreno to me is one of the most fun flyweights we've seen in a long time, right? I mean, so is Figueiredo. DJ was decently fun, right? Well, you know, he was fun. He was fun. I don't know. There's other flyweights that are like Joshua Van, of course. Pantoja has had some good fights. I don't understand why Brandon Moreno gets like, he's like the butt of every joke when it comes. I don't understand it. It's like, I just wanted to say this at the beginning because it does really confuse me. I mean, this guy doesn't have like a history of bad fights. He's beaten some really good names, like obviously Figueiredo. You know, he's beaten Davison Figueiredo. He's beaten guys like Kai Kara France. He beat Steve Urseg. He's beaten guys like he was close to beating Pantoja. That was a very close fight. I think it was the second one they had, right? You know, the Royval fight was a split decision. You know, he beat Amir Albazi. He's beaten like a lot of names. And I know he lost to Tara, and I know he's lost in the past. And you could say he's a bum now, or you could say he's washed now, or whatever the case is. But my point just is, I see him get this like Figueiredo, for example. I'll give great example actually. Davison Figueiredo by MMA fans like this guy or other guys. And I don't know too much about this guy at all. I don't know anything about this guy, but I just found this post. Which by the way, this post does have, let's see how many likes. It has like 300 likes if we look, right? Nothing crazy, but it has about 300 likes, right? That's, you know, that's how many views that I get if I do an Apex Fight Night. If I did an Apex Fight Night prediction video, that's how many views it'd get, right? 300. No, but let's look at a guy like Davison Figueiredo. Davison Figueiredo has legitimately become a boring shit fighter. Like, no offense, I love Figueiredo. I think he's awesome all time. But, like, right now, currently, the freaking Umar fight was dog shit. The one before that, who was it? Who was it? It was some black guy. Dog shit fight, just boring fight. He's not having these, like, great performances or these amazing fights or whatever. He gets glazed like crazy by MMA fans. I don't know if it's like a casual thing. I don't know if it's like a, hey, man, I don't know, man. Davison Figueiredo, man. He's a fucking G, man. I don't know what it is about, like, these guys like Davison Figueiredo get glazed so much. He's shit. He sucks. He hasn't had a good fight in a long time. The Peter Yan fight was good, but that was mainly because Peter Yan was bringing the fight to him. And then Corey Sandhagen, he injured himself. Even though he returned like a few months later. So he was so injured, right? It was that was a Derek Lewis situation where he was so injured that he can't continue. But I'll see you in 3 months. That's how injured his leg was, right, in that fight. So his last 3 fights have been stinkers by him. And you could argue the Peter Yan performance was a little bit of a stinker performance by him because I know he dropped Peter Yan and he had some moments, but he was getting pretty much outclassed. This guy gets glazed to shit. Like, what the fuck? I don't understand. Maturing is realizing Figgy is the better fighter. He lost to Brandon Moreno twice. He's the better fighter than the guy he lost to twice. It's like, what are we talking about here? Yeah, you could argue the first fight he should have won. It shouldn't have been a draw or whatever it was, right? But, like, he lost to this guy, but he's the better fighter, you know? Brandon Moreno is a better all-time flyweight. He has better wins all time. Maybe that's a hot take. I don't know. But, like, Brandon Moreno has been more consistent. And the true winner of the quadrilogy, it's just like, I don't understand. So, I guess I just wanted to rant about this at the beginning. I know a Brandon Moreno rant. And to be fair, like, you want me to be honestly honest. Like, I didn't really necessarily know what to, like, title this video. Because, obviously, I'm about to get into my UFC Mexico predictions. So, I didn't really know, like, what to lead with. I wanted to lead with something a bit interesting going into the predictions because I didn't just want to be like, all right, guys, so starting with women's fight number 45, you know what I mean? I wanted to actually speak about something interesting at the beginning. So let me know down below, like, is Brandon Moreno overhated? Like, I don't understand the hate he gets. I've seen even other MMA YouTubers hate on him. And, dude, Brandon Moreno's like this fraud. And if you guys, if you're tapped in, you know who I'm talking about. And much love to them. I don't really care that much about Brandon Moreno. I'm not going to like defend his honor, even though I'm kind of doing that right now. I'm just saying, I think he's overhated. I think other guys are glazed over him when he has a more consistent track record. Again, I just want to say this again. I know I'm reiterating my point, but Davison Figueiredo glazed to the moon and back. His last 3 performances have been stinkers, by the way. Brandon Moreno shitted on by MMA fans throughout this whole fight week. Again, somebody, the last post, oh my God, the last post we just read, I'm fucking scrambling. The last post we just read, people are way too confident in Moreno. Why? He's, like spoiler alert, Brandon Moreno is going to mop the floor at Loner Kavanagh. No shit. Like, yeah, obviously. Why would people are way too confident that Brandon Moreno is going to beat the guy who just got slept in his last fight by Charles freaking Johnson. Like, yeah, obviously people are confident in Brandon Moreno. Would any other flyweight get this kind of treatment? It's just so weird, bro. Again, Davison Figueiredo glazed when his last 4 fights have been stinkers. Brandon Moreno, though, Brandon Moreno, he sucks, man. I don't get it. I just wanted to rant about that at the beginning. Let's go on to this fucking shitty, sloppy. Man, this Mexico card, I can't lie, is kind of shit, but we're gonna get to it, and yeah. And like I said, a slop card it is. Damian Penis versus Wes Schultz. So we got Penis versus Schultz, huh? I see this. I don't know, bro. I don't know. No, I'm gonna go Penis, man. I think Penis is gonna get a KO, and Dan Hooker is going to be watching this one intensely, I guess. I'm just going to say Damian Penis, first round, left hook KO. We're going to speed through these. I ain't going to lie to you. Eric Silva versus my boy Francis Marshall. I fuck with Francis Marshall. I believe his last fight was against, I want to say Myron Santos, which is the fight I think he lost. But he got robbed. Right, so my boy Francis Marshall, man, he's the flyest white boy out there, the flyest white boy in the city, and he's gonna be the flyest white boy in Mexico. I think he's gonna be Eric Silva, via a, just having the superior grappling. He has solid striking. He dropped obviously what's the kid's name? Francis Marshall. No, he dropped himself. You fucking almost said a slur. You fucking retard. Well, that technically is a slur too. I'm going to go Francis Marshall and Regina Turin versus Ernesta Caracate. Regina Turin, they've been kind of promoting this girl, right? I mean, she's cool, I guess. I believe she's making her debut. Let's see. She is. Yes, this is her debut. And, sure, she's going to win, right? Why not? It's going to be one of those industry plant wins where, she's going to either look really impressive or really mid. See, that's the thing, bro. Remember that one girl? Was her name Aileen Perez or something? Do you guys remember that one women's fighter that was like super promoted by the UFC, super glazed? People were like, yo, she's going to be the next star. And then she had like a god-awful performance and lost. This chick is either going to get fraud checked in her debut, which, by the way, this is a catch weight, so either this is short notice or someone like can't make weight or something. But obviously it's probably short notice, which is a big problem in the UFC, is that they call people up on a week's notice. Hey, can you make 155? Like there's this guy that they just cut. I forgot his name. Is it Johnny something? I forgot his name, right? Johnny Vasquez, I think is his name. And they cut him because apparently they were mad he missed weight. He took the fight on a week's notice. You think the guy's going to make weight on a week's notice? Anyways, separate thing, right? I know. Fighters, Volkanovski did it on like 2 weeks' notice against, Islam, but he's a 145er. Okay, see, this is how shit the card is. Regina Turin, I'm going to pick her to win. But again, it's one of those where like she might get fraud checked, but you never know. I'll trust her. Douglas Silva de Andrade versus Javier Reyes. Oh, fuck. This shit wanted me to skip it. It's like, listen, kid, we're not. Douglas Silva, right? Douglas Silva is coming. These are the ones that like just make me want to like blow my brains out. Like it honestly does. Javier Reyes coming off of nothing. He's coming off of, this is his debut, so he's gonna win via a rear naked choke. Christian Quinones versus Chris Moutinho. I'm losing my mind. Christian Quinones is coming off of a loss to Heine Barcelos, which is not a bad loss per se. Chris Moutinho, am I really going to trust him to win a fight when he just got slimed out by, what's the kid's name? Malcolm Wellmaker. Sorry. Listen, Ethan Ewing owns you, Malcolm Wellmaker. That's why I forgot your name. But he got slimed out by Ethan Ewing. who obviously Ethan Ewing, he just beat Malcolm Wellmaker. Malcolm Wellmaker slimed out. So I'm just going to say Christian Quinones. I don't really rate Chris Moutinho in 2026. I know you had that one performance. Aylin Perez versus Macy Chasson. This is going to be one that I think is going to... I'm definitely going to take a piss. This is going to be the one where I'm like, all right, guys, I'll be back. I'm going to go pee. Aylin Perez versus Macy Chasson. I'm glad it's not on the main card. I'll tell you that much. I'm really shocked it's not, to be honest with you. And it's under a Jose Medina fight, right? Which is really funny. Aylin Perez versus... What am I supposed to say about this one? Oh, this is going to be a banger. Like, oh, this is going to be a classic. Oh, this is going to be a war. Oh, this is going to be an elite performance for me. It's going to be shit. It's going to be donkey shit. Smelly, stinky donkey shit. Like, silence. Yeah, exactly. That's what this fight deserves. Just silence. What do you want me to say? Oh, I think this is gonna be a banger. Perez is gonna, like, respect to Aylin Perez. No respect to these chicks. They suck. No, honestly, I don't. I'll go Aylin Perez, I guess. Honestly, I guess. Why not? Isn't she coming off of a win? Yes, she is. Fuck it. I'll go Aylin Perez. Maybe a rear naked choke or something. Ryan Gargano versus Jose Daniel Medina. Why is this the main event of the prelims? And, like, neither are Mexican. So, did the UFC think both of these guys were Mexican? They both look very Mexican, no offense, but why is this the main event of the... why? Like, why? Why is this the main event of the prelims when you have Aylin Perez, who is within the top 10? I'm not complaining, but also I'm like a little bit confused, right? Ryan Gargano, whatever his name is, Gargano. Ryan Gargano is going to win. I'm guessing this is his debut. We know how this one goes, chat. Like, this is not really like, ooh, I wonder how, man, Jose Daniel Medina, the guy that's been slimed down his last, like, 5 fights. Hasn't he been slimed down? Didn't he lose? Yeah, he lost to Tebo Gautier. He got submitted in his last fight, like, by my boy. We always got to mention my boy. It always comes back to my boy, Dusko Tudorovich, the fucking GOAT. But he's not good. Like, this guy is like a legitimate, just like a Mexican can, and he's not Mexican. That's what blows my mind about this guy. You know, you guys say, some of you guys say I'm a Mexican. This guy's Mexican. If I look Mexican, this guy looks like the start of the gene pool when it comes to if I look Mexican. Anyways, I'm gonna go Ryan Gondra via first round KO or submission, guillotine submission. Fuck it. My boy Santiago Luna versus Angel Pacheco. Now Angel Pacheco looks kind of like shout to this guy. Look, he looks like Umar Nurmagomedov was. If you left Umar Nurmagomedov like in the sun a little bit too long, even though he's not like dark or anything, but I'm saying, like, if you left Umar Nurmagomedov like out on the street for like a few months and he comes back to the gym, this is how he's going to look. You know, even though Umar's not a looker himself, neither am I. I know that. But you know who is a looker? Actually, no, that's gay. Santiago Luna, he's not a looker. Well, he's going to win this fight. First round finish, first round, maybe submission, maybe KO. I can't really say for sure, but I got to say this. I will say this for sure. This guy is one to look out for. His last fight was good. His last performance was good. He's a fun fighter. He's got a great look. No Jones, no Dan Hooker. Great look. His last fight was a great performance. Me and my chat, I specifically remember, if you guys were there, if you're an OG, you remember, while we were watching this freaking stream, while we were watching this card, I think he fought on the last Mexico card. Yeah, UFC Noche. That was in Texas, though. We were glazing the shit out of this guy. We were like, yo, this guy's awesome and shit. I think his nickname is, it says, Border Boy. I swear his nickname was Super Boy. His nickname is Border Boy. I'm guessing, well, I'm guessing, well, I mean, I'm guessing he crossed the freaking border. Hey, Border Boy. Well, if I say it, isn't that, well, it's kind of like friendly fire when I say it. You guys can't say it. When I say it, it's like friendly fire. When you guys say it, it's racist. I'm going to go Santiago Luna. You fucking man. Who cares? No, honestly, like, I like the guy. I'm excited for this fight. I'm glad it's on the main card. If you know ball knowledge, you know this guy's a great prospect to look out for. He's a fun fighter. He's awesome. I'm gonna say he wins a first round KO. He's sick. So yeah. Emmanuel Rodriguez versus Kevin Borjas. I've heard a lot about this Emmanuel Rodriguez guy. Obviously a very hyped up prospect. He's 6-0 with 5 wins via KO, 4 in the first round, and 1 submission win. His nickname is Hi Man. Hi Man. I'm Emmanuel. Hi Man. Hey man. I'm guessing he doesn't speak English, and that's all he can say is hi man. Which is how we got his nickname. I'm joking, that's racist. Now, speaking of guys that don't speak English, Kevin Borjas, that's actually racist. He might be able to speak English. Kevin Borjas, no, like, let's lock in for real. This is a good one, right? It is actually a good one because Kevin Borjas is a good fighter, and he's actually pretty solid. Like, his last fight was what, Ronaldo Rodriguez, right? No, it was Sumer Derchi who he lost to. Fuck, he's shit. He's not shit, actually, though. Like, he's actually a solid striker. He is a pretty solid striker. He mixes it up pretty well, but, like, he is a bit of a jobber. And I kind of trust Emmanuel Rodriguez's power and his submission ability, even though he has 1 submission win. He's Mexican. They know how to grapple, right? I think so. But he has power. He has a lot of first-round finishes. Like, he's pretty solid. Like, Kevin Borjas, he seems like one of those guys that, I don't know, actually. I would say he seems like he's got a chin, but, like, it's not really the strongest chin, to be honest with you. He's got a little bit of a... He doesn't really have the strongest chin, actually. But, these, like, Mexican-looking guys usually have, like, granite-ass chins, bro. I'm just going to say Emmanuel Rodriguez, first-round TKO, honestly. I'm going to say he kind of just goes for it. I'm going to say he goes for it. I'm going to say he's a bit reckless. Maybe he gets tagged a bit in the sequence of the finish, but I'm going to say just, against the cage, bang, 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 type of finish. Not much to go on that one. Edgar Chairez versus Felipe Bunes. Felipe Bunes, yeah? Edgar Chairez actually grew his hair. All right, I think the buzz cut had a bit more aura. Not gonna lie. I fuck with Chairez. Chairez is my guy. I like him a lot. His nickname is Puro Chicale. I really like Edgar Chairez. All jokes aside, I think he's a really good fighter. I know he's a Joshua Van victim. You could argue, but hey, we almost slept Joshua Van with a spinning elbow. We almost slept Joshua Van. We almost changed the trajectory of freaking flyweight, bro. Edgar Chairez, in another universe, he is the one that fucking fluked the win over Alexandre Pantoja. He's been out for so long, I forgot the kid's name. How fucking fast the sport moves, right? Chairez is good, bro. I like Chairez. He's got grappling. He's got, KO power. I'm going to say Chairez probably rocks Felipe Bunes and, like, jumps, just goes crazy, does a flying knee or some shit. And then I'm going to say he gets another submission. I'm going to say he hurts Felipe Bunes, kind of similar to his last win. Kind of similar to his last win. I'm going to say he jumps on a ghillie. I'm going to say he gets it. I'm going to say Edgar Chairez beats Felipe Bunes first round or maybe second round. I'm going for a lot of, like, first round finishes here. I got to calm down a little bit. But, hey, when you don't know too much about these guys, it's kind of... You kind of got to, like, I'm going to say a second round, maybe, guillotine. Daniel Zellhuber versus King Green. Many people have said this, so this is not my take, obviously. Daniel Zellhuber, I know you're watching. You are an industry plant, and it's not going to work this time, bud. Daniel Zellhuber, they, like, legit are trying to make this guy, like, something. And, I get it. He's Mexican, and he's young, and he's got a look. I mean, does he have a look? I don't know. He looks kind of like, I don't know. Anyways, I don't want to talk about looks. But, like, he's a good fighter. And, like, is he, though? I'm picking Bobby Green. Is he a good fighter? Because I'm picking Bobby Green. I don't rate Daniel Zellhuber. I'm sorry. He's just a guy to me that, like, I didn't like his last fight. And, look, he could come out here and he could change his strategy and stuff. And he could try to be more offensive. But I think he's with Nixick now, Eric Nixick. I think where he had success against Ribovich was that he was a little bit more, like, willing to kind of strike and stand and bang. Against Johnson, it seemed like it was almost like he was told, all right, use your jab more, use your range more, use your distance more. A lot of these guys don't know how to do that. I mean, he's a Mexican, right? And I'm not trying to say whatever, but, like, the Mexican style, you can't, let's say this guy's been fighting since he was a kid. I'm assuming this guy's done some sort of combat sport, probably boxing like most Mexicans. Since he was young. And he probably has been fighting that Mexican style since he was young. You can't then say, all right, now use your jab in your range and your low kicks and your teeps. And it's not like he had like zero success against Michael Johnson, but it was close. Like he really didn't have a lot of success against MJ. He was getting speed mogged. He was getting just whatever. I think the same thing is going to happen here. I think Bobby Green, I know people say he's washed, but I liked his last performance. I think he's still got his speed with him. I think he still has his timing. I think he still is pretty good. He still has decent power. I don't know about the chin because he didn't really get hit very much in his last fight, to be fair, against what the fuck was the guy's name? Fucking Max Gibson, something Gibson, right? Jerry Gibson. I don't even know his name. Jerry Gibson didn't land shit on him, right? To be honest with you, and Jerry Gibson is not as good as Daniel Zellhuber, but Daniel Zellhuber is not that great. So it's just like, I don't know. I'm gonna say Bobby Green wins a decision. I'm gonna say Zellhuber probably drops Bobby Green, maybe that's the big moment or something. I think Bobby Green, though, is going to just outstrike him, piece him up a little bit. Bobby Green's good. He's still pretty solid. He's still pretty good. I just don't rate Daniel Zellhuber. I know they like him. He also got dropped by MJ, by the way. He got dropped by Michael Johnson. He got rocked by Ribovich. He's just very hittable. He's very hittable. And Bobby Green he's still he can still hit the targets. He can still hit the targets. He still has got his timing and his range and his speed and his... I'm going to say Bobby Green wins maybe a 30-27, maybe a 29-28. Maybe Zellhuber gets, I don't know, round 3 because he starts to be a bit more urgent or something. Maybe that's where he drops Bobby Green in round 3, almost gets a finish or something, but Bobby Green survives and he wins the decision. I don't know. Marlon Vera versus, see, the same could happen with this one, right? Knowing Marlon Vera versus David Martinez, our boy, another one, right? You know what, bro? I'm gonna go David Martinez. Actually, why am I thinking about this one? Oh, you know what, bro? Fuck you, dude. I'm going David Martinez. No shit. Marlon Vera's cool. He's a cool fighter and he's solid and he's shit. What am I saying? He is shit. I'm sorry. I'm going to say David Martinez. He's the more urgent fighter. He's the faster fighter. He's got decent power. He's got great cardio. His last performance was tremendous, right? The Rob Font performance. Have to burp. First one of the video. Sorry. that one fucked me up. His Rob Font performance was very good, bro. He showed timing, speed, precision. I'm fucking glazing, chat. He showed fucking cardio. He didn't really show power per se because he didn't really hurt Rob Font, I don't think. Very bad. But he showed he's got a lot of good tangibles. The cardio is really what gets me. I think the cardio is going to also be a big factor here. I'm not saying Marlon doesn't have cardio. He does, but I think David Martinez is going to be the one pushing the pace in late round 2 and round 3. Whereas Marlon Vera is going to slow down, But what is he going to slow down from? Because Marlon Vera is he's just not even really he doesn't really know how to go for it anymore. Against Zahabi, he was kind of trying to go for it, but not even I don't know, not really. And this was a split, and I thought arguably Vera could have won. I don't even remember, to be honest. This was a fun fight, but I don't even remember who I went with on this one. I don't know how Amian Zahabi has gotten so fucking lucky. This Ninja Turtle Av fighter, honestly, off topic, I know. This Ninja Turtle Av fighter somehow has been gifted wins against Marlon fucking Vera and Jose fucking Aldo. That will forever be a loss on the legendary Jose Aldo resume, is Amian Zahabi, a guy that looks like Ariel Helwani's fucking athletic clone. I can't fucking believe this. It is what it is. It's just funny how robberies always go to the people we don't want to win for the most part. Why couldn't anyways. Wouldn't it be funny if John Jones lost a robbery win to wouldn't it be funny if Anthony Smith robbed John Jones? Wouldn't that just be hilarious? Actually, that'd be my 9/11, knowing how I feel about Anthony Smith. But then again, I hate John what's his name? John Jorns. What's the kid's name? John Jornes. I'm getting too Mexican. John Jones. Anyways, what am I saying? I'm going off the rails right now. Marlon Vera, David Martinez, lock in. I'm going David Martinez. He's going to speed mog him. He's going to freaking timing mog him. He's going to be first. Marlon Vera is not going to be first. He doesn't know how to be first. David Martinez does. He's going to time him. He's going to boom right hands. He's going to body shot him. And he's going to do that consistently for 3 rounds. He's a much better, I would say he's a much better striker than Amien Zahabi. Amien Zahabi's a bit more of a brawler. Like, he kind of has to, David Martinez doesn't have to brawl with you. He could kind of be at range and, like, pop in and out. And, you know, I just rate him a lot better. I'm going to say Big Dave wins. I'm going to say he wins. Like a 30-27, where he just kind of pieces on Marlon Vera, and he kind of schools him a little bit, dare I say. He's going to make Marlon Vera look a little bit, you know, he's going to make him look a little bit silly, I think. I really do believe that. And I could be wrong, and he could get slept with a high kick or something, and there you go. Maybe Marlon Vera lands like something, like a high kick or a right hand. I could see like a Marlon Vera like head kick landing, and Martinez kind of like eating it because he's got a Mexican chin. But I rate David Martinez highly. Brandon Moreno versus Loner Kavanagh. I'm going to pull a Brandon. I wonder who's going to win. I'm pulling a Brandon Moreno here. I'm obviously going to go with Big Brandon, man. Let's go, Brandon. I'm going to say he wins. I mean, no shit. Like, again, like that tweet I showed you guys earlier. It's like, what is this, like, psyop that, like, ooh, you guys are underestimating Loner Kavanagh. I saw other posts as well that I didn't bring up because I couldn't find it. You guys are underestimating Loner Kavanagh, man. Dude, Loner Kavanagh, man, I don't know, man. It's like, he's shit. Like, okay, he's not shit, I'm sorry. But, like, he's not that technical. He's extremely hittable. Like, he is. Bro, like, do you guys watch fights? Like, I swear, some people on, like, MMA Twitter, I get it. I'm not, like, somebody who's, like, super analytical of, like, fights. And I don't, like, sit and rewatch every fight. Honestly, I kind of just winged this entire video. I don't know shit about half of these guys. Like, that's what I did. You know, sometimes my prediction rate is pretty good, so I'm going to stick with that strat, right? But, like, I've seen Loner Kavanagh fight Dos Santos. A fight where he was getting pieced up. A lot. A fight where he came out of that fight bleeding because he was getting hit so much. Charles Johnson slept him out cold. I'm pretty sure Ochoa landed on him as well. Like, he's been hit in every fight he's fought in. He's hittable. He's extremely hittable. I'm not saying he's bad. I'm not saying he doesn't have potential. He's young. He's hungry. He's got a good team around him. He's got good, he's got good grappling, good striking. He's fast. I could glaze him. But I could also admit, like, in a 5-round fight against Brandon Moreno, and people are going to say, well, Brandon Moreno lost to Tara. Yeah, Tara? Like, Tara would destroy Loner Kavanagh. No shit. Brandon Moreno's, Tara's very good. He's high level. He could very well be the next champion, the guy to beat Joshua Van. Like, yeah, he lost to Tara. Oh, but he lost to... Look at his losses. Pantoja, one of the flyweight goats. Roy Val would beat Loner Kavanagh, in my opinion. If you want to... And this is if we're playing the MMA math type of game, which I don't like to do, but I am kind of doing right now. You know? It's like, who else? Oh, but he lost to... Who else did he lose to? Roy Val, Pantoja, like... Yeah, he's lost to guys that would beat Loner Kavanagh and probably finish Loner Kavanagh. You know? Loner Kavanagh lost to Charles Johnson. And I know that's his one and only loss, but it's just like, it's not even the loss. It's the fact that, like, if you just look at his technique, if you look at his skill, if you watch him fight, if you actually, like, sit and watch him fight, which I have, and I've seen a lot of highlights of him throughout this fight week, obviously. He's hittable to the body. He's hittable to the head. He fights a lot with his hands down, which is why he got caught against Charles Johnson. He does a lot of that hands down shit. It must be a habit from whatever, but a lot of that hands down type of boxing. You know? And Brandon Moreno's got good overhands, good hooks, good body shots, which again is going to be probably a good factor for him to win this fight, is those body shots. He's got a good jab. He's a good striker overall. I'm not saying he's going to KO Loner Kavanagh, but I just don't feel like Loner Kavanagh deserves this, like, I don't know, people are just like, dude, Loner Kavanagh is being underrated. It's like, no, he's not. There's a reason everyone is picking Moreno. I don't know the odds, but, like, there's a reason Moreno is probably a massive favorite. It's like when people are like, dude, Charles Oliveira, and I know this is not apples to oranges. Dude, Charles Oliveira, man, he's getting underestimated, man. But, you know, in the Ilya fight, man, he's going to destroy Ilya. It's like, or not even destroy, but, oh, he's, you know, people, I don't know, people aren't giving Charles the respect he deserves. It's like, there's a reason for that. Styles make fights. Experience makes fights in this case, not really in Charles's case, but, you know, styles make fights, and, like, there's a reason that people are favorites and underdogs, and there's a reason that, I'm going to pick Brandon Moreno. No shit, obviously. I am. I don't really know exactly, like, how, to be honest with you, now that I'm thinking about it. Like, I think he has a superior striking. I think Kavanagh's quick. I think he could have some moments here and there because, Moreno's, he's got good head movement, but he's still hittable. He's still been hit, in the past and stuff. I'm going to say Brandon Moreno. And people could say, well, he was TKO'd in his last fight, by the way. Brandon Moreno, that is. But, like, we're comparing let's compare their last losses. Loner Kavanagh got slept out cold by Charles Johnson, by the way, by having his hands down. Brandon Moreno got, and I say this very, 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 very loosely, TKO'd by Tatsuro Taira, which arguably could have been an early stoppage. He was perfectly fine after the finish. Like, what are we talking about? And also, Taira or Charles Johnson. Like, what's a worse loss? Like, get the fuck out of here. Anyways, I know I'm simplifying this a little bit with MMA math. I'm sorry, but skill-wise, it doesn't even matter. I'm saying Moreno. He's got the better skill. He's the more technical striker. He's the more, maybe he doesn't have as much power. Maybe. But he's got a chin. He's Brandon fucking Moreno. He's Mexican. He's got a chin. He's got 5-round cardio. He trains at elevation. We know this. We don't really know. That's another factor as well, the experience, but also, like, Loner Kavanagh has never had a 5-round fight. Brandon Moreno's had multiple 5-round championship fights where he's pushing he's pushing paces against guys like Pantoja and Royval and fucking Figueiredo. Multiple 5-round fights. Multiple. And he's shown, okay, he's got good cardio. I mean, Albazi was a 5-round fight. Steve Erceg, that fight was a 5-round fight. He's had plenty of main event 5-rounders. He's been here 1,000 times. He's fought in Mexico. He's been in these positions. He's been in these co-main events for these titles. This is Loner Kavanagh's biggest fight ever. Ever. And it's a main event against Brandon Moreno. Like, I'm not going to say he's going to fumble under the pressure or fall under the or crumble, whatever the fuck the saying is. He's going to crumble. And I'm just saying, like, Brandon Moreno obviously just has the experience. He has the striking experience. He has the 5-round experience. He just has the experience. That's going to be a massive factor. I'm going to say Brandon Moreno. I'm going to say, Moreno, he's kind of doing his thing. I'm going to say he builds momentum a little bit as the fight goes on. I'm going to say round 4 comes along. Kavanagh gets caught with like an overhand right or something, or one of those like goofy Moreno overhand rights, or maybe a left hook or something, and he gets rocked a bit. And yeah, I don't know. He maybe gets TKO'd against the fence, or maybe he circles out and then... And Brandon Moreno, by the way, also has grappling, so that could also be a factor. But yeah, TKO for Brandon Moreno. It's tough because I could say that and then Loner Kavanagh just high kick KOs him or like submits him or some goofy shit. The sport is not that easy to predict and break down. It's really not. Like, I know I'm saying, oh, this fight is like, it's clear cut. It's Brandon Moreno's obviously going to win. But I could say all that and then like Brandon Moreno just like flukes it. And well, when I say fluke it, I mean flukes a loss, and just Loner Kavanagh really flukes it in that case. And he's the one that wins in a fluke win. You never know. I'm going to say Brandon Moreno. You know what? I'm going to say Brandon Moreno. I'm going to say a TKO. I was going to say, what about a decision? We got to get out of here. All right. I'm just going to say Brandon Moreno, TKO round 4. He's going to have Loner against the fence. He's going to piece him up a bit, and then, I don't know, maybe he lands like a left hook or a body shot, crumbles Loner Kavanagh, and I don't fucking know. That's the fucking video. Those are my predictions. Let me know your predictions down below. You probably don't have to. I mean, it's a shit card, I understand, but there's some quality here. There's some bangers on here. And also, let me know if I was off on that Brandon Moreno kind of rant I went on earlier. I'm not even a big Brandon Moreno guy, pause, but it's just like, he gets so much hate. Anyways, love you guys. See you guys. God bless you guys. Stay safe out there. Let me know your thoughts. Peace.